Part 8. Somewhere in the Bronze Age, between 4500 and 800 BC, people began an urban revolution. There began densely populated areas, social class structures, taxation, trade, monumental building, writing, and specialized occupations. These specialized occupations divided mankind to a degree. We are in 2022, when no one can create a simple pencil by themselves. This is why it was required for all mankind to come together in this effort to save the heart. The tumors of crumbling organizations, once used as a bandage to solve a problem, now created a greater problem with their decayed presence. Religion, with its ability to heal, became corrupted by resources and became one of the metastatic tumors. The sun had repeatedly sent solar flares throughout time, shooting charged particles toward the earth. Coronal mass ejection set the stage for change. The people grew restless, sparky, revolutionary, and curious. They were ready for change. Did you know high peaks of solar activity are recorded around the French Revolution, the American Revolution, and the 1960s? Did you also know on the Easter of 2022, the sun emitted a massive coronal mass ejection? It was registered as an X1.1 class sunstorm. X-class sunstorms are rated as the most powerful. It lasted for a whole half hour. The sun is currently in the fourth cycle of an increasingly active phase of an 11-year solar weather cycle. 144,000 souls had risen from the earth in an effort to help people, help the earth, and create positive change. Those who shone with the light of truth were evident to those around them. They were met with the extremists of our world because they preached balance and equality, love for all, and an end to this system of things. The inner party minority did not want the system to end. As George Orwell explains, the upper class doesn't want things to change. The middle class wants to become the upper class and occasionally manages to do so. The lower class never sees change, but dreams of equality for all. Hope lay with the proles. The proles did not have the specialty skills required to fix the heart, and believed the lie that any existence outside this current reality would end in bloodshed. Films like The Purge were created to literally show the proles how bad it would be. It was also the truth, but it lacked one key component the upper class had not yet crushed: love of neighbor. The people were not actually blood-hungry savages. They were people. Every individual mattered and was hurting beyond anyone's comprehension but their own. They were so burdened by daily life, they could not take on the weight of another. Some still tried. Crystal Dawn stopped writing again. Not intentionally, as the laptop battery had died, and stopped short the brilliance that spewed forth from her mind. If only people would listen to her. Only an hour remained, and she needed to leave for a trip to Kelowna. Today they were meeting with Erasmus's sister. They had milled some old CN railway ties to smaller dimensions for fence posts, and were being contracted to do the work of erecting a fence. The posts were mostly oak, some red oak, and maple. It was the most amazing wood to be laid on the ground as a railway tie. At least they were able to salvage the rejects and reuse them for a good purpose. His sister had just returned from a trip to Belize, South America, where they had purchased some property and intended to build a vacation home. Being the tradespeople of the family, it was likely that Erasmus and Crystal Dawn could assist with building it. They had already helped renovate the living room and were building a fence, so it was no small feat of the imagination that perhaps one day they would be on a flight to Belize, escorted through an island, and spend the next few weeks moving brush and building with what materials are available. That was one of the amazing things about Erasmus. He could build anything with anything. He was a true natural MacGyver, crossed with a thrifty man that preferred to reuse materials or create his own from raw materials. Crystal Dawn was quite the do-it-yourselfer as well, as a self-taught taxidermist, and valued this amazing man. Oh crap. Cows in the garden. End of part.